Joining us now is former New York State Supreme Court Justice Jill Konviser. Thank you so much, Judge, for being with us. Already, President Trump is singling out the judge on this case, writing on Truth Social this morning, quote, James Comey is a dirty cop and always has been, but he was just assigned a crooked Joe Biden-appointed judge, so he's off to a very good start. Judge Konviser, talk about pressure and scrutiny to be in Judge McAnuff's shoes. What do you think it's like to be in his shoes right now?
Look, as judges, we take oaths to handle every single case fairly, without fear, without favor, and without bias. As we look at the history that's been unfolding since Trump took office in 2016, you see the way he has tried to manage the Justice Department. The overwhelming majority of justices who have been on the front page of the news, from Merchan to Engoron to Boasberg to McConnell, all of them making tough calls, calling balls and strikes, following the letter of the law, are all faced with great pressure. I can tell you that as a judge, and I was appointed by a Republican, I was also appointed by a Democrat in my 18 years on the bench. Every case presents issues and problems and strain. But to have the President of the United States or any person in a position of power standing there, breathing down your neck, telling you how to do your job or that you're somehow crooked is such a violation of constitutional parameters of separation of powers between the judiciary and the executive. It's almost breathtaking in its scope. And I feel for the judge, but I have confidence that he, like anyone who got this randomly, will do their job fairly and justly.
Given how vocal the president has been about Comey, do you expect Comey's defense team to file a motion to dismiss based on selective prosecution or vindictive prosecution? And what do you think the judge does with that? Could he dismiss the case before it even goes to trial?
Well, those are good questions. And in a broad picture, every single criminal defense attorney in every single criminal case, whether it's federal or state, files motions to dismiss grand jury presentations, grand jury minutes. That happens in every case. It's pro forma. So, of course, you'll expect it here. Whether and what grounds they use may include this type of vindictive behavior, although that's not really a ground that's used. In other words, a judge reviewing grand jury minutes, and I reviewed hundreds, I'm probably going to say thousands of grand jury minutes. You look to make sure that the prosecutor acted appropriately, ethically, within the bounds of the law, that the evidence presented was appropriate and fair, that the rules of evidence were followed, and that the makeup of the grand jury itself was not infirm in any way. But I can assure you that there will be a motion to dismiss, and in it, as Exhibit A, will be the Truth Social post that Trump posted about this particular issue. And you know what he said to Pam Bondi, this is what I want you to do it now, it's getting too late. We're running up against the statute of limitations. That will be Exhibit A, and that will be something the judge will consider. And then to your second question, which is, could this be dismissed before it gets off the ground? It can. All judges dismiss cases if they don't follow, if the prosecutor hasn't followed the rules or if the grand jury was somehow tainted. So it's certainly possible, but we don't know what the evidence is. Grand jury proceedings are secret. The judge will review those minutes and make a determination.
Judge Jill Konviser, I really value your experience. Thanks for providing those insights and taking the time with us today.